Did you know that the average coach is leaving $252,000 on the table every single year? And you can fix that with simple phone sales techniques that actually close every time. Today, I'm going to share with you a simple process that will skyrocket your close rate. And we've seen this work. In fact, a recent client, Andy, was actually able to double his close rate by following some of the simple techniques that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video here today. Now, if you enjoy this video, make sure to click the like button. Of course, if you find it useful and think somebody else might find it useful, share it with anybody you think could use it. And if you want to be notified every time we make a new video, make sure to click the subscribe button so you get notified by the little notification bell in the corner. All right, today I'm going to share with you a simple sales framework, and the easiest way to remember this is DCQC, okay? DCQC is the framework that you want to use in every sales call or sales conversation. And the 4 steps of DCQC are diagnose, create doubt, qualify, and connect the dots. So let's start with the first one, which is diagnose. All right, so we want to diagnose the problem, the life or personal or business problem that the person is experiencing. And we do this by asking questions that help us understand their situation, understand the problem that they're experiencing, as well as the implications of those problems. And so we really need to think of ourselves like we're a little bit of an investigator, really just trying to understand the situation. And again, you know, if you've watched any of our other videos on the concept of using empathy, you want to put yourself in their shoes. You want to actually try to see it from their perspective and through their eyes. So you want to diagnose that situation. As well as really understand it. And you don't want to move on from diagnosing until you really feel like you understand the situation they're having, the problem they're having, and how those problems are affecting their life. So that's the first step of the DCQC process, is diagnose. And then once you've diagnosed the problem, the next one, the C, is for creating doubt. Now, here's the thing about creating doubt. They already have that doubt. It already exists. They wouldn't be talking to you. They wouldn't be in this conversation if they didn't already have some doubts that they really maybe hadn't put their finger on just yet. Maybe they're not fully aware of it, but it's there. And so you're not really creating the doubt, but you do need to create some doubt in the call by asking the questions that reveal the doubt that they're actually experiencing. And so this is asking questions like, what have you tried to fix this? How did that go? A lot of times, you know, one of my favorite questions to ask people who maybe haven't tried anything yet, and maybe a business offer, and you're talking to somebody who is wanting to grow their business and they don't even know what they don't know yet, is to ask them a question like, well, have you ever built out a business plan or a marketing plan before? Have you ever built a business from scratch? Have you ever gone out and gotten clients and found the people that needed you and then enrolled them in working with you? Right? So that's going to tell you a lot. But the idea is to just ask questions that help them start to realize all of the things that they haven't thought of. And to also help them to realize that these are things that you think of because you're an expert in helping them solve that problem. So that's how you're creating doubt. And then the Q in the DCQC process is to qualify. Now, this to me is one of the very important components that most people tend to miss. I won't say it's the most important part of this process, but it is a very important part because most people don't do this. And what most people do is they think, in fact, I've literally had clients say to me before, what do you mean qualify? If they've got a credit card, they're qualified. I just want them to pay me. Okay, well, that's the absolute wrong attitude to have, because if you will just take anybody who's got a credit card and anybody who's got money to work with you, especially if you're in the expert space, then you're causing 2 problems. One, you're actually creating doubt in their mind because they're starting to wonder if you're really genuine, right? In the sales industry, if you've been in commission sales, you'll hear people refer to this as commission breath, right? Caring more about making the sale than about making sure that the person you're talking to actually needs to buy from you, actually that you can solve their problem and that it's a problem that they truly, genuinely want solved. So you want to qualify them in several different ways. One, you want to qualify whether or not there's somebody you want to work with. 2, you want to qualify whether there's somebody who can truly get a result from working with you. And 3, you want to qualify that they're somebody, especially if you're in the expert space where they're going to have to take action and do work in order to get the result, you want to make sure that they are somebody that's willing to do whatever it takes to get the result. At the end of the day, it's their responsibility to get the result. Even if you've got a proven pathway to take them there, they've got to take the path that you're putting before them. And this is really important because when you qualify, it helps them see that you're not just going to take anybody, that you want to make sure that you can get them the result. And this helps them to start to believe that, okay, this person that I'm talking with isn't just trying to get my money, they're trying to get me the outcome that I want. We're on the same page. We're working together. And when you can be on the same page with your prospect and they can see it that way, they're much more likely to be willing to pull out their wallet and spend money with you. So that qualify piece is one of the areas that most people skip because they just think, okay, great, this person has the problem, I can solve it. Let's just go into sales mode and tell them exactly what I can do to solve it. But we want to make sure that they're really a good fit for you because the final reason is, well, sometimes it's no fun to work with clients that really just are a jerk or are just expecting you to get them the result and aren't willing to really do the work to get it or whatever it is. And so you want to make sure that it's somebody that you're going to enjoy working with. I can tell you that there is nothing worse for your sales than working with clients that you don't enjoy working with. Because when you're on a sales call and you just got off a call with a client who's hard to work with, the last thing that you're not in an energy to attract this new client to work with you because you're already stressed out and thinking about how much you have to do and how annoying that last client was and how much they're stressing you out, and you're not in the right energetic space to attract more clients because you're already wishing the ones you had would go away. So we want to make sure that we're only enrolling the clients that are going to get the result that we enjoy working with and that truly are somebody that are going to take action in order to take responsibility for their own results. So really important. And then the final piece, once you actually have diagnosed the problem, once you have created the doubt around their ability to solve it on their own without you, once you've qualified that they're somebody who can truly get the result of working with you, you now have to connect the dots for them. And that's the final C in the DCQC process. You need to be able to take all the things that you've learned from them and use their words to describe how you're going to get them the result with your process. And it's really important that in order for you to connect the dots for them, that you see the path. And if you don't see the path of why they've been stuck, why they haven't gotten the results before, why they're where they're at, and what it's going to take in order to get them to the outcome they want. If you can't see that clear path, then I guarantee you they're not going to see it either. So make sure that in the first part of this process, that you've truly diagnosed, you've truly understood all the doubts that they've got, you've truly qualified that there's somebody that can get the results, and that you are able to paint a clear picture for them of how they're going to go from where they are now to where they actually want to be. And then once you've done that, you can use their words to connect the dots for them of what that path actually looks like. So the 4 steps to the DCQC process are diagnose, create doubt, qualify, and connect the dots. Okay, so if you like this video, make sure to subscribe so you get notified by the little notification bell in the corner. Make sure to like this video if you found it helpful, and of course, share this video with anyone that you think could use it. And if you like this video but you want more help with your sales calls, step 1 is to record all of your sales calls, and step 2 is to click the link in the description box below for a free call review to have one of our expert coaches help you figure out exactly what is keeping you from making sales.